Welcome to Metal Wani and Metal Nation Radio. This is Vitek here with Arndt of Keep of Kalessin. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing really good. You must be really excited that finally there's an album after 5 long years. So, Epistemology, how's the band feeling right now?
Yeah, we're really excited. It's great to finally have this album out there. Finally be ready to release it so people can hear it. It's been a long process. We have had some lineup changes. We have had other stuff happen in our lives that has postponed this album several times, including other projects and stuff that we've been working on, non-musical projects. So it's taken a while. I mean, when you don't focus on doing your band as much as you should, time just flies by, and suddenly there's 5 years since the last album. It's crazy, but that's what happened when you don't focus on actually being out there and doing some work every day. So it has taken a lot of time, but now I feel that we are ready with a very strong album. So it's cool to have it out there.
Absolutely. Now, before we talk about the album, it's really cool to see how you guys, decided to up the ante a little with putting a faith on all your fans by holding a cover contest, and the resulting winner coming up with a cover art that actually perfectly suits the band's persona, the ideologies, as well as the interest when it comes to dragons and philosophy. So, how did it all happen?
Well, we were at the point where we're looking for artwork, and instead of using the traditional designers, I just thought, hey, I mean, there's a huge community out there of such talented artists, and whenever you start looking, you can find great artists that and design, not only designers but all over anything art. I mean, anything that is creative work, you can always find a lot of good talent that is not getting attention for it.
Right.
So what we thought that why don't we just do a cover contest on Facebook where designers can upload their
material
designs, and then their cover art, and then the fans will be able to vote on the cover art. This brings a lot of attention to the designers that is participating in the cover contest, as well as we discover new designers. I mean, we have contacts with probably 5 or 6 out of more than 100 designs uploaded.
Awesome.
So we are in close contact with them, and we put them also in contact with our record label, with our network of people who always need great art. So so hopefully not only the designer who won, but many of these designers will actually see a boost in
the requirements of fans. I mean, they might approach them for future references.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I know that our designer probably will get more than enough work from our label. So it's not only designing for us, but he's now noticed from our record label and everything. So maybe he will design some more of their bands as well. So there's a lot of positive feedback to it from the designers. And on our part, we just got this amazing design that we found, and which we wouldn't have found if we didn't do this contest.
Right.
And also the fans feel that they are included when they actually choose the cover art by voting. So it's, I mean, we're living in 2015, and social media is everything right now. So why don't you use it also in the metal scene to include the fans more in the process of choosing cover art and maybe even other types of stuff in the future.
Absolutely. Sounds really great. Now, when we talk about the album, you guys are always known for having that versatile nature. Has always been a strong point of the band. So when I listen to Epistemology from the beginning till the end, it makes me feel like I'm in the middle of a monumental, in some sort of a war. Because everything which is happening on this album has been structured and arranged flawlessly. So how did you guys come together, writing this kind of a material where you had to analyze how the songs and how the different arrangements will be done perfectly?
Well, thank you. I'm really excited to hear that you think that highly of it. But I think it's an ongoing process with us. But we focus a lot on songwriting.
Right.
I know a lot of bands write one riff and then they write another, and the two riffs doesn't necessarily match each other, but they put them together anyway. So I focus a lot on the writing of each individual song. So each song has its unique atmosphere,
Right.
and the riffs are sometimes almost melted together. They have a meaning towards each other. So I won't put riffs that don't match into the thematics of one song. So I work a lot with that. I do a lot of I work a lot of the time is spent on actually just building the songs instead of just putting every riff that comes to mind together. So of course, in a process like this, we also scrap a lot of our best riffs.
Right.
During all our albums, I always scrap the best riffs because they don't necessarily fit onto one of the songs or onto the album, which is kind of
That's disappointing to some extent.
sad. Yeah, sad for me, of course, because I know how many cool riffs we actually, do produce. But sometimes it's the whole that is the focal point. So
Right.
So we focus on the whole production, the whole atmosphere of the album. And if we have to scrap some good riffs or some good songs to have an album that is have this unique atmosphere, then so be it.
Absolutely. Now, when we talk about the entire versatility, I mean, there are elements ranging from the symphonic drones, and then you have a powerful instrumentation, and then you have your amazing vocal range, the relentless riffs. So everything is being structured pretty much in a much better way, and tracks are very long as well. So was it like a conscious decision to have 7-minute pieces, 9-minute pieces on an album?
Well, I've always grown up with epic music. Like some of my favorite songs are always like Iron Maiden, Alexander the Great from Iron Maiden, and then Metallica with Master of Puppets. There are really long songs. Master of Puppets probably averages at 7 minutes per song.
Right.
But for this album, we wanted to have at least 2, maybe even 3 really long epic, like pieces. Big songs. And then there are a couple of songs that are shorter, but I just wanted to up the notch on everything. So I wanted everything to be bigger. It should be, the extreme stuff should be more extreme. The soft stuff should be more soft.
Right.
The epic stuff should be more epic, and so on. So I just try to improve a little bit in every aspect of the band all the time. So I think we moved everything in all directions actually a notch further. So that's why you feel like, okay, now it's like more epicness, more epic songs. The songs are longer, some of them, but that's just a natural way for us to go, because we need to move all those pieces in all the directions.
Absolutely. And your vocals, I mean, in that true black metal fashion, show that versatile nature of, that kind of syncs perfectly with the melodic riffage in the background. So I got to say that your vocals, I mean, it's very rare I come across more like an extreme metal or a black metal album where vocals actually give me chills when I listen to the album.
All right, thank you very much. This is the first album I've done on vocals, the whole album.
Right.
First thing I did was Introspection EP a couple of years ago.
True.
But now I think that this was the first album, and we only scratched the surface of what we're capable of, I think. Because now, for the first time, I feel that this is where it should be. I have always written the music, I've always done the media, I have always been kind of the main man of the band, even though I didn't sing before. So now I just focused on, okay, if I shaped T-Bone as a singer, I produced Attila, produced Gosh, all the previous singers. It's me who have been producing all of them.
Right.
So I just thought, if I can produce all these three singers and very different singers to match Keep Kalessin, I thought I probably can do something with my own voice and push my own limits and own boundaries as well.
Right.
So that's what I did. I just took some time and said, okay, I need to step up. I need to push myself as much as I'm pushing, and even more probably than what I'm pushing other singers when I'm producing. So what happened was that I just spent some time in the studio, pushed the boundaries, and really tried out a lot of different vocal styles. And I think the harsh vocals, the growling type of vocals now is it fits the music better than ever before.
Right.
And we're still moving ahead in the more melodic vocals as well. But I feel that we have started something really cool, and I'm actually very excited to move to the next album and see where we can push the vocal styles there. Because as I do an album, as I do a lot of live shows, of course my vocals develop and I get better at what I do. So I think that we can push this far beyond what we have on Epistemology as well. But still, I think that these type of vocals is it's diverse, it's unique, and it fits Keep Kalessin very well.
Absolutely. I mean, when I look at the track names like the Grand Design or Universal Core or Spiritual Relief, and when I listen to the music on those, each tracks, it kind of fits pretty much, very well, justifies the title you have given. It's like a characteristic of its own. So it's really great to see how, three of you can create such a massive sound without actually overpowering each other.
Yeah. Well, I totally agree. And that's what we wanted to do on this album. And the titles are also diverse. I mean, you can easily hear each individual song as well. Each song has its own identity.
Right.
And songs like The Grand Design, I love that title, and I also love the whole thematics around the album now, with the like the philosophical approach instead of fantasy approach, a more realistic and philosophical approach, and also like this approach of science and universal understanding and stuff like this. I think it's really a cool theme to build an album around.
That's awesome. Now, is there any plan of taking these tracks live? Because having that sort of that atmosphere and the vibe, playing it live would actually be a much more grand experience for fans.
Yes, we are doing a couple of shows here in Norway now. On the 13th and 14th of February, we have our release parties in Oslo and Trondheim. And then we're heading out on a co-headliner tour with Melakesh in April, May, I think.
Awesome.
So it will be presented live as well. And judging from what we did a couple of years ago with Soilwork, when it was the first full tour that I did as a singer, I think that the fans respond very well. I think the band is better live now with three people than was with 4 people before.
Nice.
So, and we can see that from the response of the audience as well. So the band is working better than ever in the live situation. So I'm really looking forward to presenting these type of songs live. I also know that when we do live shows now, it's easier for us to build a live set that has some variation to it and doesn't necessarily blow out your ears with the 45 minutes of blast beats, but actually have those breakdowns that we were talking about that the album has, right? True. Sometimes you need to relax a little bit, and sometimes it needs to go slow before it feels very brutal after. So you have to have contrast in it. So I think that we have a lot more contrast now, and that we are much more capable of delivering our music live, so that it builds a better live set for the audience.
That sounds really great. So I don't know when we here in India will have an honor of seeing you guys live, but I really hope very soon we get to see, because there are a lot of extreme metal fans, Keep of Kalessin fans here who follow you guys pretty much from the beginning. So hopefully in future we will get to see you.
I hope that all the fans in India just tell the promoters, tell the clubs that are available, because we don't have a big network down there. So if you guys just go to your promoters, go to your clubs, just send them emails, call them, do whatever, and say that you want Keeper Kalessin down there, because it's a market thing.
Absolutely.
If the promoters know that there is a market for Keeper Kalessin in India, they will book us. If there is no market, then it's very hard for a band to actually go there.
Absolutely.
But if there's a market there, sure, we will be down there and play for you guys as soon as possible. We want to be there, but we need a market there, and we need the promoters to know that there is actually a market for it.
True, absolutely. I really hope that happens very soon. It was an honor having a chat with you. And I mean, album is just about a few weeks left, and fans will get to listen to it in its entirety. So I wish you good
Yeah.
luck with all the interviews in
Thank you
future.
very much.
So
Thank you so much.
how about we conclude the interview by you defining the new album Epistemology in just one sentence?
In one sentence, okay?
Right.
Epic extreme metal. Pure and easy epic extreme metal.
Awesome. I
Yeah.
had a great time with
All
you.
right.
You have a wonderful evening ahead, and I hope to catch you, if not in India, at least in Europe.
Okay, thank you very much.